During this video segment, I want to talk about the dashboard and the announcements area within Curriculum Track. So this is the dashboard. It's the screen that you see when you first log into Curriculum Track. It's also the screen you see if you, at any time you click on the logo in the top left. So right now I'm logged in as an admin who also happens to be a teacher. So one of the main areas is on the left side will show my courses, the courses that are currently attached to me. And notice that each of these courses is a hyperlink, and then there's also an icon to the right of each of these courses. If you click on the link itself, what it does is it shows you the information related to that particular course. It shows you the units that are set up. If your school is using the lesson planner, it shows you which lesson plan is attached today. It shows you your progress report of how you're doing in your units, as well as the benchmarks that are attached and so forth. So let's go ahead and click on a few more courses here. Let's go to second grade. I know there's a bit more. So notice under units, it shows the time frames and the units, time frames and units. And by the way, notice that these are hyperlinks. So I can click on any of these if I want to open up that unit. It also shows the benchmarks, again, a hyperlink. So there's 35 benchmarks attached to this course. And if I want to see those, I can go ahead and click on that to see what those benchmarks look like, which ones those are. And then it also shows the progress report itself. The next thing that you see here is on the right is the icons. This allows you to, instead of clicking on the individual courses to see the information for that course, what the icons on the right are is there are maps. So this allows you to click on that and go directly to the map for that course. So I clicked on it for second grade science. Let's go back again if I click on ceramics. And I wouldn't go back every time because quite honestly, you can do the same thing by clicking on maps, get in a drop down of all your courses and go that way as well. The other thing that I want to talk about within the dashboard is you have the ability as an admin to set up announcements. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to admin announcements. Currently, there are no announcements. If you want to add a brand new announcement in, you can go ahead and type in advanced notification. On September 12th, we will have our next in-service day. Please be sure to have all your essential questions entered in by that time. So that's a possibility of something you can do, is announcements like that. And notice when you do that, you have a begin date. It's beginning today. But you can put an end date. So since this is until the 12th, I'm going to put an end day of the 12th so that on the 13th, it'll automatically fall off the list and I don't have to remember to turn it off. Ask user to acknowledge it. What that allows you to do is if you say yes, then it'll appear actually on there until the 12th or until they acknowledge it and say, okay, I got this, whatever comes first. You can also add pictures if you wanted to or graphics. I'm going to keep it fairly simple at this point. So now if I come in here, notice that it has the announcements here. I can still click on this and notice it replaces the announcement with the course content. But by default, every time I come back to the welcome page or the dashboard, this will be the first thing it's going to show. I do see a typo there, but so notice it says, I read this, please remove. So now it's gone, and now notice if I come back, it's taken off the list. So if I go back once again to the announcements area, you can add more announcements in if you want to. Also notice it says one person has read this, and if you click on it, you can see who read it and on what date and at what time as well. And again, that is solely because when you created this, you said you wanted it to have an acknowledgement. If you don't want to have an acknowledgement and you want it to just stay there until the 12th for everybody, no matter what, notice there's no checkoff now at this point. And again, you can have multiple announcements. You can add graphics with it. I know there's some schools that like to put kind of their main contacts, who they contact within the school for this issue or this issue. Maybe they put all their in-service dates, all their curriculum work days for the entire year. So that announcement tool can be used for lots of different things. And again, you can add that acknowledge notification tool if you so desire. This now concludes this instructional video.